Hi and welcome back to the channel. True, my name is Norf, and this week I thought I would take you. Did anyone else hear that? No, I'll just start again. Hi and welcome back to the channel. It's True is Norf, and this week I thought I would take you. Wait a second, have I got bad audio? It just so happens that this week that's exactly the topic that we're going to tackle. So if you're ready, let's get started. Audio, the most important component in any video. That might be a controversial statement, but that's certainly true in my humble opinion. Me, I love audio. I'm a big fan of it. Even in this tight spot, there is always music playing. Well, can you hear any music? Even at home when I'm not shooting videos, I would prefer to have music on than have the television on, for example. To me, good audio is extremely important, and as you heard from that opening sequence, it can be a little bit distracting if you've got bad or poor audio. Of late, I've been receiving some really complimentary comments about my voice, in that it's really easy to listen to, I've got some warm tones to my voice. I've also been told I've got a great set of vocal pipes, and also a great face for podcasts. Hang on a minute, that's not particularly complimentary, is it? Somebody even said they'd be more than happy to listen to me read a dictionary. I'm taking that as a nice compliment. Compliment, noun. A remark that expresses praise or admiration. Compliments, formal greetings. Politely congratulate or praise. Complimentary. 1. Adjective. Praising or approving. 2. Given free of charge. Thank you so much indeed for the complimentary remarks about the voice that I have. One of these days, I'll share my tips and tricks on how you too could potentially get a voice like this. So in this video, I wanted to share how I capture my voice dependent on if I'm recording a podcast, if I'm recording a video just like this one, or if I'm recording an interview. There are 3 particular microphones that I use for those 3 scenarios. This video is not so much about the technology, it's more about the usability and what you can gain from using one of these 3 microphones. The examples of these microphones that I'm giving you, I am only focusing on voice. All of these microphones have different technical properties, therefore the impact and the character of how these microphones recreate your voice will be very, very different. Hopefully you'll be able to hear subtle differences in terms of each of these mics when I use them, and you can decide which microphone you prefer. I'm going to give you 3 audio soundbites from each of the 3 microphone groups, and I want you to put a comment below which microphone you think I was using. Just put numbers to them, 1, 2, or 3, and then put your answer in. And the answer should be lav, shotgun, or large diaphragm, or LD for short. I'll know what you mean. Out of the 3 groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? Out of the 3 groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? Out of the 3 groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? For my audio applications, I use 3 types of microphone. I use a lavalier mic, sometimes shortened to a lav mic. Some people will also call it a clip-on mic. I use a shotgun mic that's placed overhead to record my YouTube videos, and I also use a large diaphragm microphone to record any voiceovers. But first, we'll look at the lav mic. Lavalier mics or lav mics are really good for interviews. If they're wearing a jacket or a shirt or a blouse or something that you can clip the microphone to, that really does make life nice and easy. I started my channel using a lavalier mic. It's a nice lav mic, but it wasn't really the sound that I was looking for. I found setting up the lav mic a real hassle, and that was one of the reasons why I made my next purchase, which was this shotgun mic from Rode. This is the Rode VideoMicro. It was a relatively inexpensive purchase, something that I could justify to Mrs. Norf once I'd saved up for it, of course. The Rode VideoMicro was a great purchase, and having looked at scores of reviews, I decided to get this microphone. So in a few of my video projects, you'll hear me speaking through the Rode VideoMicro. From the Rode VideoMicro, I felt that I really wanted to upgrade because I didn't believe that the Rode VideoMicro was capturing the subtle idiosyncrasies in my voice. A massive thank you to my buddy Sarah for sending me the Deity VideoMic D3 Pro. It really is a step up from what I was using before. And I have to say, certainly for me, listening back to the difference in my voice between those two microphones, the one that I'm going for is the Deity VideoMic D3 Pro. Okay, fine. Audiophiles, you will say, hang on a minute, Norf, you're not comparing apples with apples. And to be fair, I'm definitely not comparing apples with apples. Audiophiles, you're absolutely right. If I was going to compare apples with apples, I should be comparing the Deity VideoMic D3 Pro with that of the Rode VideoMic NTG, for example. If I'm recording any voiceovers or I'm doing any podcasts, I will tend to use a large diaphragm microphone. This will either be a USB powered microphone or it will be a microphone that requires something called phantom power. I'm not going to dig into phantom power and what it is, but these microphones require powering for them to work. These you would use if you're in a fixed position and you want to capture some really warm tones of someone's voice. Typically in recording studios, when you're capturing someone's voice or you're capturing stringed instruments, for example, you will see really great examples of large diaphragm microphones. Some would argue that the king of large diaphragm microphones is the Neumann U87. They really are beautiful microphones. You'd probably have to sell a limb or one of your internal organs to buy one, because they're really not cheap. But the results you get from them, assuming you've got a really good system, are outstanding. I used to use the legendary and classic U87 when I was training to be a radio presenter back in the day, when I had a full head of black hair, and it was mainly pepper, not salt. It does go without saying that all of these microphones do come at different price points. Dependent on your budget, of course, you could go for good, better, or best, but it does obviously depend on the project that you need the microphone for. Dependent on your project, a USB microphone could well be perfect for you. If you choose not to go for a USB microphone, you could go for a microphone that has an XLR output to it. But if you do go for one of those, you're going to need some sort of audio interface. The interface, or analog to digital converter, simply takes the electrical signals that it receives from the microphone and converts it into a digital signal so your computer will understand it. There are many examples of A to D converters or audio interfaces on the market today. Two examples of audio interfaces would be Focusrite and Apogee. Out of the three groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? This one was the Lavmic. Out of the three groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? This was my Audio-Technica AT2020 USB microphone, set up about a fist's width away from my mouth. Out of the three groups of microphone, which microphone do you think this is? This is the Rode VideoMicro. And for proof, I'll drop it into frame. There you go. That's what I was using. And that's it for this week. We looked at the three groups of microphones and where you would use them. We looked at the lav mic and a few examples of where you would use that. We looked at a couple of shotgun microphones that are typically mounted overhead. Then we looked at my go-to USB voiceover microphone. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for spending your time here. Again, I would love you to do three things for me, please. If you like the content, please do give me a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe to the channel as well. And on your way down to leaving a comment, could you hit the little bell notification so it means that you don't miss out on when I upload brand new content to the channel. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.